The Hydronic Kits Configurator is a web application that allows you to select and accessorize a standard Fiorini product from the Hydronic unit category, especially HP, HPT, and VKB. Since it is a web application, you can use it on any device with a modern web browser like Chrome, Firefox, Edge, or Safari. Given the complexity of the tool, we recommend, however, using a device with quite a big screen like a tablet or notebook. The tool can be accessed via the reserved area of the Fiorini Industries website. If you don't have access to the tool, you can register on the website. Technical support will enable your use based on the data entered during registration. The Hydronic Kits Configurator is part of a suite of applications known as FioriniLab, a constantly evolving platform that will be expanded in the future with other apps. Based on your user profile, the browsing interface in the reserved areas will show more or less information. To access the configurator, click the FioriniLab link in the navigation bar. By clicking the link, you will be transferred to the configurator in the screen with the configuration history. The tool will be loaded using the information in the language chosen during registration. Alternatively, you can change the interface language by clicking the relevant flag at the top right-hand side. From the configuration history page, you can search for previously created configurations. The search function allows you to enter a product reference, number, and type, and to indicate a time interval in which the configuration was created. To access a specific configuration, just click the eye icon on the right. You will be taken to the configuration summary screen, from which you can consult all the technical information about the product and generate a PDF document if required. To launch a new configuration, just click the New button in the top right of the screen, or from the side menu by expanding the Hydronic's Kit Configurator item and clicking New Configuration. The first choice to be made is the product type by clicking the relevant image. HP includes the pump unit, electrical panel, valves, expansion vessel. HPT includes the tank, pump unit, electrical panel, valves, expansion vessel. VKB includes the tank, valves, and expansion vessel. In this guide, we will configure an HPT hydronic unit because by including both the pump unit and the tank, it is the most complete case study. Once you have clicked the HPT image, click Next to go to the next step. In step 2, you need to indicate the operating conditions of the project in question. Start by entering a reference text about the project. This text makes it easier for agents and technical staff to interact, as well as specifying the purpose of the configuration. Enter a title. For example, Shopping Center in Milan. The layout indicates how the product must interface with the rest of the system. Clicking the name brings up an information window with an overall diagram of the system. We recommend analyzing this view carefully before making your choice. Select Layout 1 and go to the next option. The inverter is a component which allows you to adjust the pump pressure in the permitted flow rate range. This also allows the pump to work below the standard performance. During the sizing stage, the configurator always refers to the maximum performance of the pump, and it is the responsibility of the installer to use the most suitable inverter set point to obtain the desired operation. Click the No box and go to the next step. At each startup, the backup pump is activated alternately with the main pump, extending the life of the device, or in the event of a malfunction of the main pump. Click the Yes box and go to the next step. Currently, only the AC option is available for the pump type, so continue. Currently, only the 5 degrees centigrade option is available for the fluid temperature, so continue. The type of fluid indicates which liquid flows in the circuit. Leave the water option selected and continue. Currently, the only ambient temperature operating range available is between 10 and 40 degrees centigrade, so continue. In the flow rate field, enter the flow rate value required by the project in question. The system prompts the permitted value range based on the standard products available. You can enter the value in cubic meters per hour or in another unit of measurement in the selection field. The prompts will adapt to reflect the unit of measurement. Leave cubic meters per hour and enter 120 in the flow rate field. Note that the permitted range of values is reduced to only units capable of operating at a flow rate of 120 cubic meters per hour. Now move to the head field. Like the flow rate field, you need to enter the head required by the project in question in this field. The system shows the permitted head values based on the flow rate indicated. Here again, you can enter the value in a different unit of measurement by choosing the desired unit of measurement from the drop-down menu. The values prompted will be adjusted accordingly. Leave MCA as indicated. By indicating a head value in the permitted range, you are ensuring that there will be at least one configuration that can meet the project parameters. Enter 32 and click the Next button to move to the next step. In this step, you can choose the tank capacity if included by the type of product in question. Note that all the available tank capacities are shown. Only some of the capacities can be selected, i.e., the ones which are matched to the possible pumps for the parameters entered in Step 2, and which are compatible in terms of pressure drop. Select the 1,500-litre capacity and move to the next step. In this step, the solutions listed are compatible with the parameters entered in the previous steps. The table shows the description, code, price, and size of the pump, and other technical details of the product. In particular, the table shows the flow rate and head for the project, as well as the head prompted by the solution. The performance graph of the two different size pumps is shown below the table, as well as the project point. It should be noted that the curves are already net of the pressure drops introduced by the hydronic unit. Note that the system also prompts solutions both slightly below the work point requested and solutions above, because they could still be valid in terms of use. It is up to the user to assess which solution is the most suitable for the project in question. In this case, choose the second option, which gives us 42 MCA excess, and click the Next button to continue. In this step, you can add the accessories for the product selected in the previous step. Some of these accessories introduce a pressure drop, and the compatibility with the required project point must be carefully assessed. In this case, the system makes an evaluation and reports any problems. By selecting the first filter in the list, note how a message is displayed on the screen warning of incompatibility because the pressure drop is too high. Close the message and select the second filter. Note that this automatically deselects the previous filter. In this case, the filter introduces a lower pressure drop, which can therefore be used for this project. We always recommend checking if the residual head is in line with the requested head. Choose the time accessory as well. Note that since it is not a critical accessory, no warning window is opened. It is, however, possible to click the information icon on the accessory to obtain additional information. Select the DN125 balancing valve as well. This accessory also introduces a pressure drop, so an information window is opened. Since this type of accessory has different pressure drop values depending on the position to which the valve is adjusted, the system will consider the accessory valid if at least one of the values is less than the excess head. In this case, the accessory is suitable for the application and has different adjustments that allow it to eliminate or almost eliminate the excess head. Click on the Finish button to terminate the configuration. In this step, you can view the summary of the configuration both in terms of the product selected and the project data. At the bottom of the screen, the unit features are displayed along with the performance graph of the pump, net of the pressure drop. In the tabs, you can display the list of components, the chosen diagram layout, the dimensions, any attachments, and a description of the specifications ready to be entered in a project document. In the top part, there are buttons to perform different actions. The Print button allows you to generate a PDF file that includes the configuration information. It is possible to omit the price or indicate a different language than your own. The PDF file generated will open in a new window, from where you can print, download, or share it. The Enable Changes button will be visible for several hours after completing the configuration to allow you to enter any corrections to the choices made. By clicking the button, you will be taken back to Step 2, from where you can go through the various steps again and make the desired changes. After this period, it will be no longer possible to make any changes, and you will therefore have to generate a new configuration. The Configuration History button takes you back to the home screen, where you can find the last configuration created.